Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. So, the last live stream I did, I talked about Tommy Robinson being released from the police cells because he wasn't actually arrested for what was alleged. And what you had was the police and the media working together to create the illusion of a serious incident. In reality, it was nothing. In reality, the person who Tommy knocked out didn't even make a formal complaint. There was literally no need for the forensic tent and the shielding of the area. It wasn't that serious of an incident. But again, that I honestly believe was done so the photos could be taken by the media for them to whip up this frenzy because they don't want Tommy Robinson around. What he was actually arrested for was social media posts, because you're not allowed to do them here in the UK. As it turns out, as I did on the live stream, and there'll be some clips of that coming on the channel very shortly, just to show you what I've been talking about, is the fact that you can rape, you can stab, you can steal, you can sexually assault, you can throw rocks, but if you're of a certain demographic or a certain religion, that's deemed okay. And instead of cramping down on that side of it, which is the actual issue, the actual problem, they'd rather create a problem that wasn't really there by vilifying Tommy Robinson, by arresting people for doing videos like this, for doing social media posts, for sharing things, for being outraged and angered at a terrorist group, or outraged and angered about a child being sexually assaulted by somebody who floated here on the, let's stop it. It's not floating over here on dinghies, is it? It's being picked up by the Border Force and the Royal National Lifeboat Institute and brought here instead of being taken straight back to France. Yesterday was the first apparent day of the 1 in, 1 out, or what in reality is 1 out, 17 back, all with pieces of paper saying they're legal, not illegal, has started. It's going to make absolutely no difference. Just that they can try once, they could get sent back, they'll be taken to a little fucking shed somewhere, given a piece of paper, and then brought back legally. I mean, it's supposed to be. I mean, these people come here illegally, so they shouldn't be able to work yet, as was ably demonstrated at the Britannia Hotel in the Canary Wharf. Within a day of them arriving at 1 o'clock in the morning, hoping that no one would notice, several of them were getting on motorbikes and electric bikes. Somehow they can afford these things, and starting jobs for Uber Eats, Deliveroo, and Just Eat, which is why I have now made sure that our family, I mean, we didn't use them that much in any case, don't use them at all. At all. Because if you support Just Eat, Deliveroo, or Uber Eats, you are financially supporting the importation of people who have a propensity, statistically backed up, to sexually assault and rape children and women, but predominantly children, because they've also somehow been told that judges will probably let them off. But if you point that out, if you are somebody like Tommy who has, and you have to give him this, sacrifice so much to tell the truth. Everything he said is true. Everything he's pointed out is true. There's no denying it. The facts and the figures prove it. I know we live in a clown world that no longer accepts the truth, the facts, the figures, the statistics, and it's all about pretending we're virtuous. And you're all wrong. When we have police officers who are clearly biased in what they do, a senior officer who tells his other officers to look out for fascists attacking, when in reality they're escorting the fascists, just shows you how far we've fallen. The rest of the world now looks at us in one of two ways. It's either how weak we are, or they literally are taking pity on us because of the horrendous fall. Britain was, without doubt, the seat of democracy, the seat of justice, the seat of freedom, the seat of power. Loads of countries all over the world have got what they had because we gave it them. Yes, we have blood on our hands, but so does every other nation. But the difference is with every other nation, they're not importing people who actively hate us. They talk about integration and diversity. They don't. If I could just get in my car right now and drive for half an hour, take you into Small Heath, where they are definitely not integrated. It is their own world. And unfortunately, my local football club is right in the bloody middle of it. But it's funny how when the football's on, these disappear. It's funny that, isn't it? Just before kick-off and just after kick-off, after the final whistle, sorry, you can't see any. You can walk down Small Heath Road, no problem at all. No one believes the media anymore. And I don't think they're getting the hang of it yet, the reality of the fact that no one believes the government, no one trusts the police, no one trusts the judiciary, no one believes the media. The mainstream media are a joke. And whenever they do what they do, everybody just goes, yeah, and laughs and points the finger, because it's just whatever the mainstream media say has happened, you can pretty much guarantee it was the exact opposite. Remember, there is three sides to every argument. There's their point of view, our point of view, and the truth. And the truth usually sits somewhere between the two. Although actually now I would say it's more leaning to people like myself and others who report things. Do we get things wrong? Of course we do. We report as we do. And we're not professional journalists. We're learning on the job. So, for instance, when Tommy did what he did, I didn't actually do a video on it because I thought I'm going to wait and see what happens. Learning, you see, adapting, understanding how it works, trying not to get caught out. I still get caught out. Everybody still gets caught out. Yeah, remember, we're not pros at this. We're learning a new skill set as we go. And, everything becomes a learning process. Everything is a learning process. But if it isn't for people like me and many others, way more successful, I'll give them that, because they just are, you wouldn't be getting anything. I mean, there are some apps. I don't class myself as a citizen journalist. I call myself as an opinionator, a reactor, a commentator. I'm not a citizen journalist, but there are some really good citizen journalists out there doing a fantastic job, just bringing you the raw truth. And that's what it's all about. By the fact that the thing that I'm talking about, it's a mobile phone. We have a camera suite on us with us all the time. And that allows us to show the raw truth as it is, as you see, as it comes. Nothing more, nothing less. So, I'm going to bring this one to a close. Thank you again. This is going to take this as an opportunity to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed, everybody who comments, everybody who joins me on my live streams. I don't get a huge amount of viewers. I know this, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine, because as long as it's out there, it's another source of information. I do this because I care about my country. I care about people. I know a lot of people probably don't think I do, but I do. I genuinely care about people. I genuinely care about where we're headed, because I have kids and I have grandkids, as many of you do, and I don't want them to inherit the shit that we are getting, or if that happens, for my kids to be able to look at me and go, well, at least you tried, Dad, Granddad. At least you didn't sit silently by and do nothing. I've got some more news about something about that coming up very shortly. I'm just sort of putting a few things into place. So we might actually go out and actually do something, because something's happening near me and I can actually get to it. Any case, enough of that. Ways to support the channel down below, but that's purely up to you. And thank you to those of you who do in these tough economic times. It's very much appreciated. And with that, I am done. So I shall see thee in the next one.